Hey, peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings, man. Hey, I just want to show y'all some of the stuff that I see according to this timeline. Comes up on my little feed right here. Huh? Hey, salute. Hey, I haven't watched NBA basketball in a while. I'm never gonna lie to y'all. Hey, man should not live by bread alone. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, man. Mucho loco. Hey, the NBA looks like it's gonna be. The NBA looks like a video game right now, man. The NBA right now looks like a video game, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in the sports world. Sports world looking kind of crazy right now, man. Man. R.I.P. Rest in peace to Christopher Wallace, man. Did you guys know that after his contract was up, he was gonna well, he had already started his own label, but he was going to leave Bad Boy. Did you guys know that? He was going to leave Bad Boy. Did you guys know that? Same thing with Tupac. Tupac was going to leave Death Row after his obligation was up. He was going to leave Death Row after his obligation was up. All right? Just like your athletes, a lot of you musicians, they want to be free agents and do their own thing too. You know what I'm saying? Look at Michael and the Jackson 5. Tito and them. 2 T's at the end. But yeah, man, anybody that wants to be a free agent and do their own thing, I'm not mad at them. You know what I'm saying? Rosie O'Donnell. Is Rosie O'Donnell, does she live in America? I think she said she moved out of America too. Hey, shout out to the Knicks though, man. Shout out to the Knicks. Hey, Jalen Brunson bought a chip to New York, man. Against the Spurs too. I remember back in '99. I thought we had a chance, but we got revenge. New York got revenge. New York, I'm not mad at y'all. I want y'all to think I'm mad at y'all. All right. Even though I walked through the streets till my feet bleed, to my feet bled, because I was trying to find an apartment. But the powers that be were mad at me. All right, but it's all good. I'm not mad at nobody. All right, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. See what else is going on. Charles Barkley got something to say. You know what I'm saying? Sir Charles. I wonder who knighted him. Sir Charles. Trying to see if there's anything else going on. See what else is going on. Who's this? I think he just got traded. As well. I'm not sure what team he went to. Don't want to be that person. Jason Tatum seemingly takes shots at Jaylen Brown in speech to kids. Diana Ross and the Supremes. Man, I was trying to get me some food. I was walking on the strip just now. I couldn't find anything to eat, man. I'm starving right now. Trying to find something to eat now, man. Hey, but what's good with everybody, though, man? I'm turning the light on so y'all can see me. Voila. What's good, everybody? What's poppin', man? What's popping in the YouTube world and all that? You know what I'm saying? What's popping in the YouTube world? I've been looking at excuse me. I've been looking at a lot of the Warhammer lore. Now Warhammer stuff is kind of bugged out, man. But it's entertaining though. I like it. It's definitely entertaining. I'm late to the party once again. I never really knew anything about Warhammer, but the lore is very, very interesting. It's very, very, very interesting. Learning about the video game stuff, and it's so detailed. Like a lot of that stuff is so detailed, man. It's so detailed. So let me just say this. I posted earlier a video. I don't know. It just came to my mind. I don't know why it came to my mind, but that young brother that passed away because of the young lady that he was with. She got into it with the store clerk at the bodega in New York. I think this happened a few years ago, and he lost his life. Right, he lost his life, and the gentleman, he was free of charges because it was seen as self-defense, right? Because the gentleman came in there and attacked him. All right, now if the roles were reversed, and let's just say he had taken the life of the clerk, then he would then be in prison. See what I'm saying? He would then be in prison. All right. But let's just say in a universe where, or an alternate, let's just say an alternate Earth or something, right? He would have approached that situation differently, right? When his girl came back to the car, maybe they were in a car or vehicle. Maybe he would have had a conversation with her. He'd be like, "Hey, what happened?" She could have said, "I don't know what she told him," right? I wasn't there. If it was even real, no disrespect, if it was even real, right? I know we have a lot of AI stuff, and I know things are put out there, and no disrespect, they say that fake news is a real thing. Fake news is a real thing. Why they put out fake news, I don't know. We know artificial intelligence now can generate anything. Artificial intelligence can generate old pictures. Artificial intelligence can generate summaries, essays, newsletters, articles. They can generate photos based off of the database that they can utilize by way of the World Wide Web, right? Based on what we do, right? A lot of our dancing, our videos that we post, and they could what is it? What is it? Impersonation. They can impersonate us, impersonate humans, right? And then now you can take that information and you see that being utilized through robotics, right? Where you see the animation of the robots. Some of them are dancing. Some of them are doing martial arts movements. Right? It's pretty interesting, man. It's pretty interesting stuff we're going into. But yeah, but if that story was real, and let's say it was approached differently, I think the gentleman, he could have went in there, find out what happened, talk to him like a man, not approach him in an aggressive manner. Right? Being a mature person, not being young. Or what the terminology they use now? Not being a YN. Not being a YN. Why end your life so early? Right? I think that's the YN thing. Why end your life so early? And you know what's hurtful? A lot of our YNs don't have fathers. A lot of our YNs don't have fathers. Some of their fathers ended up being YNs themselves, where they're either in prison or they lost their life at an early age. probably because of what we call gang stuff, or street affiliation stuff, or maybe a negative interaction with the authorities. It happens, man. It happens. But if he would approach it differently, he could be alive now. He could be alive now. It's unfortunate, but he could be alive now. Quick story. I don't want to talk too long. When I was younger, my mother's sister, I could call her, I guess you could say she's my aunt. So my aunt had a salon in Yonkers. All right. Hey, shout out to Yonkers. Hey, to Yonkers, I apologize. I know I got at y'all because I was mad about some things that was said about me by the Locks. I extended a olive branch to the Locks. Salute to them. All right. Styles P, Jadakiss, and Chic. Matter of fact, Chic, I used to see Chic. He used to hang out by a pizza shop down the street from my house. He used to drive this. He used to drive the Navigator when the Navigators just first came out. He used to drive around with a Navigator. I used to say what up. I'd be like, yo, what up, what up? You know what I'm saying? So salute to the Locks. I hope you guys are doing good. I see you guys are doing big things. Salute to y'all, man. No beef. I don't got no issues with you guys. Styles P, one of my favorite songs that you have is "I'm Black." I like that song a lot. It was inspirational, even when I was a young lad. I love that song. So salute to the Locks. I don't got no beef with the Locks. All right. I know there was a misunderstanding, and for some reason, because I use words and because I was talking and using YouTube and Instagram at the time as a platform just to speak, I think that competitively some of the rappers thought that I was probably going at them, or maybe they seen it as a competitive competition thing to probably come at me, but I wasn't looking for that. Right? And I guess people wanted to go back and forth. Like I wasn't trying to do all that. Right? I did go back and forth with a few people. I really don't want to do that now. Right? We're living in some very, very weird times. There's a lot of things going on, and it is what it is. But salute to Yonkers, though. Salute to Yonkers. No disrespect. Yonkers, Yonkers is right next to Mount Vernon, and that's where I grew up. Matter of fact, I used to play basketball in Yonkers. I used to go down the hill a couple blocks from my house when I was living on North High Street, and Yonkers was literally a few blocks away, and I used to just go down to the park over there and play basketball. Played basketball all over New York. We used to, me and my den friends, we used to run around the Bronx, Harlem. I'm trying to think if we ever played basketball no, I don't think we ever went to Brooklyn. We never went to Brooklyn to play basketball. Brooklyn was mad far, so we never went out to Brooklyn. But like Harlem, the Bronx especially, I ran around the Bronx a lot. We played basketball there. And I played AAU for a very short summer in upstate Westchester, and that's when I got a reality check in basketball. I thought that I was good until I played with some of those boys in AAU, and I realized that those boys are the truth, right? Those boys were the truth. I got a reality check, and I wasn't gonna grow any taller. I think I'm only 5. I'm a round up. I'm 5'7", right? And some of those boys that I was playing with, they could jump out the gym. But let me get to my story. So my aunt, she had a salon in Yonkers, and sometimes I would go there because my cousin was there, so I'd go hang out with my cousins. Right, and then, my aunt's there or whatever. So sometimes I'd hang out there, and sometimes my mom would go there. I don't know, just to get her hair done or whatever the case may be. right? You know, support the family business, right? But I remember this one particular time I was at the salon, and of course, you know, it's a salon, so she had, she had different, what do you call it, booths, and I guess the ladies rent out a booth, whatever, and you know they have their clientele, and you know, people be in there. So the ladies be in there talking, and you know, I wasn't really into the gossip stuff, so either I'd be like ignoring them or I didn't pay attention. But they be in there talking, you know, ladies talk, no disrespect, all right. But there was one young lady that in there that was very very pretty. She was a very pretty young girl. She was brown skin, all right, which you probably refer to as a red bone, all right, very pretty girl. I think she was Jamaican. No disrespect, but she was a very, very attractive young lady, right? So I'm in the shop, and so I guess her boyfriend came by the salon, and he was in there chilling. I guess he was probably just waiting on her. You know, to get off of work or finish doing whomever's hair she was doing at the time. All right? And then all of a sudden, I lie to you not, another guy comes to the shop. All right? And I don't know how he put two and two together, but he realized that old girl was cheating on him. I don't know what happened. This is before social media. This is in the 90s. So this is before DMs and all that crazy stuff, right? This is before social media. And he came in the shop and he started to cuss her out, man. I'll never forget it. And I think he looked at the guy that was in the shop and he had words with him. They exchanged words, right? But they didn't have an altercation. They didn't have a altercation. They didn't fight. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? I think at the time, my little brother was a baby, so we had him like in a little car carriage thing, you know, the little car carrier thing. So it would have been kind of crazy if those guys would have been in there fighting with my little brother. It would have been kind of crazy, right? It wouldn't have been a good look. It probably would have been a worse situation, all right? Not saying that I would have been doing it crazy because I was young and these are grown men, all right? But it wouldn't have been a good look, all right? And the other guy, they had their words, and the other guy, he stormed out of the shop. The guy that came, he stormed out of the shop, got in his car, and he drove off. The other guy, he stayed there. He didn't seem like he was mad with his girl or anything. I don't know, maybe if he was the main dude or the side piece, or maybe the other guy was the main dude. I don't know, vice versa. I don't know how I play that. But the other guy, he stayed and he decided, I'm going to stay with her. She was fine. Let me not lie to you. Like I said, she was fine. She was a very attractive young lady. All right. Now, if I was in those gentlemen's shoes, I'm not sure if I'd have stayed. But it is what it is, right? Different strokes for different folks. All right. When it comes to alcohol, you pour your own poison. When it comes to alcohol, you pour your own poison. All right? Because when you put, it's a cold world. But when you put alcohol in the freezer, it doesn't freeze. When you put alcohol in the freezer, it doesn't freeze. It just gets nice and cool. All right? Yeah. Guys, I just say choose wisely, man. Choose wisely. And I would say men should think more and not be emotional. I know that there's a lot of single mothers that raise men or raise young boys into men, but sometimes ladies, your mannerisms can be reflected on your men, and you don't want your men to act like women. That's why I think it is important for men to be in the lives of their sons. I think that men should be in the lives of their sons. No disrespect, ladies, but I don't think you should be raising your sons to act like you. I don't think you should be raising your sons to act like you. He generates testosterone in his body, not estrogen. He generates testosterone in his body, not estrogen. Right? He's not going through the same things that you're going through. No disrespect. Or the hormone changes and the chemical changes in your body during certain times of the month. No disrespect. All right? I wonder in a metaphysical way, when Eve, referring to the Bible, when Eve had the apple and she handed it to Adam, right? And Adam took a bite of it too. Did something metaphysically happen? Like did something change? I know they said that they got wisdom and knowledge came to them, and then they felt like, oh my God, I'm naked, so they put on clothes and all that. But like think about it. Do you think more happened than what we're being told? Because the Bible is kind of like it's like a rushed story, and like sometimes parables, and you got to kind of like come up with your own interpretation and read through it. And then at the same time, when we like read a passage or read even when we read a verse, it's really like sometimes decades have gone by, sometimes centuries, right? But we'll read it and we'll think that it's like this verse happened that day, and then the next verse happened the next day. But in reality, the next verse was like something referring to another century, or possibly another decade, or another millennium. The Bible, that's why some people stand by the Bible, because it's like a history book. But we know a lot of things is not added, and then some things were added based on the politics of the times and the rulers or the people that were in leadership, or whatever the case may be. Right? The Ethiopian Bible, for instance, it's a completely different Bible. It's a completely different Bible. Did you guys know that in Ethiopia, they are on a different timeline? Did you guys know that in Ethiopia, they're on a different timeline? Did you guys know that? When I do my little map thing, I'll probably try and discuss that more. All right? Just like Asia is on a different timeline. We're all here, right? We're all physically present here, but people are on different timelines. All right? Like in Asia, they'll celebrate the New Year before people on this side of the world celebrate the New Year. Do you understand? Does that make sense? We're all present here, but we're on different timelines. And it's the same thing kind of like with the Bible scriptures. It's like each verse or each chapter might be a different timeline. Years have passed from one chapter to the next. I know I'll be rambling. I don't want to talk too long. I hope everybody's doing good though, man. To the chosen ones, stay positive, stay righteous. I have to say this. I seen this girl today. I did a little shopping. I bought some stuff. I bought some boxes and all that, and some shirts. And I seen a girl today. She was very, very pretty. And I approached her to talk to her, and she said she didn't speak English. So it broke my heart. Guys, I'm ashamed. I took years of Spanish. And it's very, very true. I believe now that saying is true. If you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't use it, you lose it. And at that time, I was learning Spanish. I took Spanish from middle school to high school and even college. And because I wasn't using it for years, it's been years since I've been in school. Like the last time I was in school was like what, the 2000s. Yeah, 2000s, just before I joined the military. So So that was a long time ago. What year are we in now? 2026? That was like 25 years ago. And I didn't use any Spanish. I still know certain words, but like speaking it fluently like I did or like I used to, and writing it and all that, I lost a lot of that stuff. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I lost a lot of it, man. But this girl I seen today, she was so pretty, man. Oh man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Panama. If I would have got with that girl, I probably would stay here. I probably would stay here. But what I learned in Egypt is that sometimes you cannot date certain girls or be interested in certain girls if you're not part of that tribe, or if you're not a part of the adjacent tribe. Because when I was in Egypt, I learned about where they have arranged marriages between families, and it taught me a lot. And then sometimes when you're traveling and you see like a pretty girl, or you want to introduce yourself to her, or then you'd have to, of course, introduce yourself to the family. Sometimes if you're not part of that tribe, those families, they won't allow you to. You know what I'm saying? I almost got married in Egypt. I almost got married to a young lady in Egypt, but they told me that I would there was things that I'd have to do. Of course, I would have to have enough money to support the marriage. I'd have to have enough money to support the marriage, which at the time I did not have. I would have to possibly change my religion, which would be accept Islam, right? I thought about it. I was gonna change my name and everything, right, and become a Muslim. And I decided not to do it. No disrespect, I decided not to do it. And the young lady that I was talking to, and her family, they were nice to me. They treated me nice. And I love that family. I still love that family. Right? That family was very, very nice to me. If I ever get a chance to go back to Egypt, they're the first people that I'm definitely going to go see. They were very, very nice to me. If they're still there, if they're still, I think they're still living in, Giza, because that's where I was staying at the time. But yeah, do the history, gentlemen, guys. When you do travel, make sure that you, if you're interested in a girl, that you learn the courtesies and customs, and then if you're even allowed to even court that young lady, and if the family even accepts you. All right. Man, I don't want to be a bad father. Apparently that is a persona that's put out there about me. I do miss my children. My kids know that I love them. But I would say this to the public. I don't know, you guys probably don't know my children, but if my children have social media, or my children express themselves and you guys see it, I don't see myself as no big time person, but if my children express to the world that I'm a bad father, then I guess I'm a bad father. If my children express to the world that I'm a bad father, then I guess that I'm a bad father. All right? Now, if they give me opportunity to sit down and talk to them and tell my side of the story, because, excuse me, it's always his side, her side, and the truth. His side, her side, and the truth. All right? And I would like to speak to my children and talk to them and, let them know why I feel the way that I feel about certain things. The Stockholm Syndrome is a real thing. The Stockholm Syndrome is a real thing, where people mistreat you and they want you to keep coming back to them so they can mistreat you. The Stockholm Syndrome is a real thing, where people mistreat you and they want you to come back to them, and they'll accept you with open arms so they can mistreat you again, do bad things to you again, right? It's like it's kind of weird. Like, for instance, if I had like personal belongings and somebody took my personal belongings, didn't acknowledge me, didn't ask my permission to borrow it or to take it or to sell it or anything, right? And then I'm upset about that. The person that did the actions is mad at me for being upset about it. Does that make sense? That's like me coming to your house. I steal your car. Let's say you bought a brand new car. And I came to your house and I just stole your car. And I know you. And then you see me like on your, I don't know, maybe your camera or something. And you call me, you're like, hey man, you stole my car. And then I get upset with you because you're upset with me. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Please tell me, am I crazy? If that makes sense to people, then I'm crazy. Because I don't understand how people can be upset with me because of something that you did to disrespect me or to violate me or you stole from me, but then you're mad with me. Lord forgive me, I'm spitting. I bit my tongue yesterday. I was eating some food. The food was good. I had some rice and beans and some fried fish, and it was good. And the food was so good that I bit my tongue. Right? But to the world, if the world can even hear what I'm saying, because I don't know, maybe I'm being shadow banned. Maybe this is, I don't know, for you Christian, does this feel like a post-raptured world that we're living in? Does this feel like a post-raptured world? 'Cause I grew up in church. Does it feel like a post-raptured world? I wish I could find me a beautiful girl I could talk to. I probably would do less social media. I probably just talk to my girl. Wish I could find me a beautiful young lady to talk to. I could just talk about life and philosophy and do things with her. We just travel and just do stuff. But everybody treats me like an alien. I'm an alien. I'm an alien. Maybe that's why people get mad when they do stuff or do stuff to me, and then they're upset that I'm upset because they're like, you're an alien. Why are you upset? You're an alien. Maybe that's what it is. Because to me, it's weird that people are upset with me for things that they did to me that I didn't like, but then they're mad at me for being mad. That's like me walking up to you and slapping you, and then you being upset, and then I get upset because you're upset. Does that make sense? Am I crazy, folks? To the world, am I crazy? People have done crazy stuff to me. Outright disrespected me, and they're mad at me for being upset about it. Is something wrong with me? Please tell me, is something wrong with me? Am I crazy? It's like when I started my social media and I had certain people that was quote unquote other big time influencers, and I wasn't even addressing them. I wasn't even talking about them. Right? I wasn't even trolling them. I was just doing my own thing. And then they were actually trolling me and talking about me. And then as soon as I said something about them or responded back to them, they were upset at me. They were upset at me. Does that make sense? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? I had big time celebrities who I wasn't even thinking about. No disrespect. I may have known them, but I wasn't thinking about them. I don't care about these people, no disrespect. They're not putting money in my pocket. They're not doing nothing for me. And some of them were talking about me. I'm like, I don't even know you. And then as soon as I said something, they get mad. And I'm like, why? Am I crazy? Hey, peace and blessings, man. Chosen ones, stay positive. Enlightened ones, stay positive. People with a soul, stay positive. Pay attention to the times that we're in. Nobody's perfect. I don't know. Sometimes the world feels like the Golden Child movie. Where's the compassion? If compassion dies, does the world become hell? Does the world become hell? Hell on earth. All right, peace. It's the kid.